Hi everyone, I'm Krista Seiden, Analytics Advocate at Google, and today I'm joined by Mary Pishney, who is a Product Manager on Google Data Studio. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Today, Mary is going to show us how to connect to your data in Data Studio. So with that, I'm going to hand it over.
Great. So Krista, one of the most important things about a data visualization tool is being able to connect to all of your data.
Absolutely.
So I'll talk a little bit about how you can bring in all of your data to Data Studio so you can start visualizing that and really telling a story with that data.
Great.
So let's go ahead and take a look. So when you're looking at the screen here, what you're seeing is a list of all of the different connectors that we support in Data Studio. And a connector is really a pathway or a connection to the data in your underlying system. So for example, Google Analytics, or a table in BigQuery, or your ads data in Google Ads. And you can use these connectors to establish that connection, learn more about the schema, the fields that are in that data source, and then ultimately use that in a report.
Yep.
Now, you might be looking at this list and saying, this is great, but what about my data that's outside of the Google ecosystem? So what you'll notice here is that we have a really long list of connectors that are built by our partner network. So these are connectors built on our Community Connector platform, which is a platform that allows you to create a connector to really any digital data source. And as a developer, you can develop these for your own use, or you might want to publish them so other people can use them. So everything we're seeing here is published.
Yeah, and you know what's so great about this is we often hear from people that they want to be able to bring all sorts of data together in one place, in one dashboard, to be able to show their key stakeholders. And this allows that to be possible with Data Studio.
Absolutely. So, yep, all of your data that's important to your business is something that you can bring in, whether that's using one of our native connectors or one of our connectors built from our Community Connector platform. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and search for Google Analytics. And we'll see that we actually have a connector at the top. This is our Google connector for analytics. And I'm going to go ahead and select this and show you how easy it is to quickly set up this data source. So on the left-hand side, we'll see a list of all the accounts that I have access to as a user. And one of these is actually our analytics demo account for our merchandise store. And what you'll notice here is that the connector configuration always really mirrors the configuration of the underlying data source. So if you're logging into a Google Ads account, you'll see a structure that mirrors what you see in Google Ads, etc. So we're going to go ahead and select Google Merchandise Store and then the master view here. I'll go ahead and say connect. And now it's going to take us to a page that shows us all of the different fields that we're going to get as a result of this connector. And then it tells us a little bit more about these fields and gives us some options to edit them. So we can change descriptions, we might want to change the aggregation type, etc. And with that, I can go ahead and add it to my report. And when I add it to a report, it becomes really powerful because now all of my other report editors can use the same source of data. I can control how people can see the data, but it makes it easy for people to edit and access this data when you grant them access.
Yep.
Great. So now this is added. We'll go ahead and move into our reporting view. And then in just a couple clicks, I can draw a map on the page. I can draw a bar chart on the page, and I can see all of my data really quickly pulling in from Google Analytics.
Awesome. So it's super simple to connect to data and to all of the different connectors that we offer in Google Data Studio. So thank you so much for sharing this with us, Mary, and we hope you guys now have a better understanding of how to connect it with data, and you'll go ahead and use this to be able to explore all sorts of data sets in Google Data Studio. Thank you.